Welcome to a special edition of the Pureblood podcast. Tonight I'm joined by none other than Tristan Tate.
You know, it's funny because I've known you years and you live with me, and I'm almost never on this podcast. And I'm a guy who lots of people want to hear fitness tips from, and I'm never on the podcast, the Pureblood podcast. Why is that?
Well,
You don't invite me. Is that what it is?
or I invite you and you never show up.
That probably is quite true.
Yeah.
But I like the name. I'm not doing the podcast because I like you, because obviously everyone knows I don't like you.
Of course.
But I like the name Pureblood Podcast. Why Pureblood? What does it mean to be a pureblood these days?
To be honest, it's very hard to be pure blood these days.
True.
Because we have all these toxins in the environment. We need to eat as healthy as possible. Because if you have a pure blood, you will have a healthy body.
Fluoride in the water, poisoning everybody.
Of course. But many other things.
Yeah, many other things.
Yeah.
That we won't mention because maybe I don't like doing your podcast because I don't want to get you in trouble. But maybe people at home can guess what kind of things they shouldn't be doing.
They can guess, but they also know that you already got me in trouble.
Yes, I do like to get you in trouble. You did go to jail for me. Respect for that. You are a G.
Thank you.
But let's say it's the Pure Blood podcast,
yeah.
because we're against steroid use.
Correct.
No one
That
takes
is true. That
no one
is true.
takes steroids. You know, when I went to America, the More Plates, More Dates guy sent blood testers to my house to check if I was on steroids.
You told me about this, yeah.
So you and all of your training that you do with me and all of the transformations I do, and people say, he's on steroids, and they think you are not a good trainer and I'm cheating, you're about to be proven completely correct because it's going to be proven that I've never taken steroids. Yeah. He sent they took 33 things of blood, bro. I had to go to sleep afterwards. It was bullshit.
They took a lot.
This is all your fault for getting me into good shape and getting the steroid accusations against me.
Okay, speaking about good shape. What if I put some steroids in your food? Sometimes.
And then I failed the drug test, and then you completely ruined my brand. You would get me. I mean, that would be kind of funny. I'm like, I look good, but I noticed because my penis doesn't work. So
It's true.
yeah, it seems to work just fine because
true.
I'm out here making babies and everything's good. So can't complain.
Correct.
Someone in the chat just said your hair looks fabulous.
Thank you
They're
very much. Yeah.
I knew they were talking to you. I knew they were talking to you. Yeah.
But speaking about training, how is training in Dubai? Because we all know that Dubai is amazing.
Yeah.
But how is training?
Well, I guess you're going to have to tell me why I feel so good. Because the hot climate makes training, fat loss, getting ripped somehow easier. When I'm in the cold winter in Romania on house arrest, working away in that gym, I feel it's just harder to burn fat. I never get my abs showing. The cold does something to me. Why in Dubai am I always in better shape? You can explain. Is Dubai magic? Is it the heat? What is it?
Well, for sure it's the heat, because the heat will accelerate your metabolic rate. So you will burn more fat. But let's remember those days we were together in the gym. It's snow outside. It's hard for us to eat less calories than our maintenance.
Also true.
And here it's
Also true.
easy to undereat. We don't undereat all the time.
Yeah.
But we have days when we fast and we eat basically quality foods.
Yeah.
We only eat quality food like protein and some vegetables sometimes. But for example, now the diet that we have, we call it diet, but it's a nutritional program, is based on quality protein.
Well, I guess it is easier. And plus here, the good thing about Dubai is you can order any type of good food you want at any time of day. If you want a steak at 3 o'clock in the morning, you can order one and it shows up. But yeah, it is easier. I just every time I'm in a hot climate, I start feeling and looking better. In the summer in Romania too. But I think 1% of it, a small part of it, is that it's summer and I like to walk around with my shirt off.
Yeah.
And being a big fat loser with your shirt off is never acceptable and it's never cool. So yeah.
That is correct.
The inspiration of the summertime. It's Dubai. There's lots of beautiful women around. Got to get our abs back. Got to get our arms back.
That is true.
That
is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
So it's the motivation
It's the motivation
of being around beautiful women. So if you live in a city with a bunch of ugly women, get into shape and then leave.
But also I believe that is the energy of the location. So basically, we are in Romania, which is a good country, by the way. I like it.
I'm saying nothing. I'm saying nothing. Of course, your country's good.
Okay.
I love your country.
And you will get a specific type of energy. You will feel in a specific way there. Here, because we changed location, here I'm feeling different.
So
I can train more. We are doing how many trainings a day?
Two, 3, yeah.
Like
We're swimming kilometers in the ocean,
Yeah.
and I never swim in oceans ever. But, so Alex said, look, we've got this beautiful ocean behind us. It's about half a kilometer each way. We could swim back and forth. Every time we do it, it's 1 kilometer. Let's swim 1.5. Let's swim 2 kilometers. And I spent an hour researching with Marcel about what can kill me in the ocean here. And there are things that can kill you, but not inside the palm structure where we are. There's never been a big fish attack in the palm structure. And I did all this reading. So if you're watching at home and I die from shark attack, the internet lied to me, and Alex lied to me, and a shark ate me. If I disappear, it's because a shark ate me, and it's all Alex's fault. Because I'm now swimming in the ocean, even though I'm half black, and I hate swimming in oceans.
you also told me about that research that only one shark entered somewhere here.
Yeah, only one shark was ever seen in the
yeah.
palm, and it was a black tip reef shark, which isn't usually dangerous and doesn't usually attack people.
Okay.
But they saw one once because it's too shallow,
Yeah.
it's too warm,
Yeah.
the evaporation makes it too salty. As soon as they approach the palm, they swim back into the cold
Yeah.
ocean where they like it. So we need to get Marcel swimming in the cold ocean outside of the palm as soon as possible. I'll tell him it's safe, and we'll set him up.
That is a good plan.
Yeah. So, I don't want to get you into any trouble. I'm not going to say the race of people. But why can Nigel and Marcel not swim very good?
It's a great question. I think it's related to their DNA.
Maybe. We're touching on we're on touchy subjects now, so as I said, let's not get you in trouble. But I think there are sports built for certain types of people. People around the world,
Yeah.
regardless of color and skin color, are built differently. The Chinese are good at gymnastics, the Jamaicans are good at sprinting, and I've never seen a Jamaican win in a swimming event ever in a million years. So I think that,
Romanians are normally good at everything.
Good at everything?
Yeah.
Look, you had one good gymnast in like 1991 or 1983. It was back during communism, Nadia Comaneci.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I've seen her once. I've
But
met her.
nobody took 10 plus.
Yeah, she was the first perfect 10 in gymnastics history.
And the last until now.
The last one?
Nobody took.
So she was the best gymnast ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But didn't she? What did she do after her gymnastics career? Didn't she like run away and start talking bad about communism and bad about Ceausescu?
I think she left the country
Listen.
and she went to America, I think.
Let me tell you something about communism. I don't like communism, and I hate communism.
Yeah.
But I don't like being poor, for example. But poverty helped me. It built me. It created me into the monster that I am. The business monster, the fitness monster, the kickboxing monster. I'm just saying, not to criticize Nadia too much, because she is from your country, and I actually have a lot of respect for her. Communism built her. This idea of she's a good gymnast, just make her do gymnastics all day, we need to look good at the Olympics. And then she goes and wins, and then she starts talking shit about communism. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like,
You know what?
You know-
this is true because communism basically in Romania helped the country a lot. Romania was the first country who never had debt.
it paid off its national debt.
Yeah.
No. There were some countries who tried to pay off their national debt. What did they have in common? So Romania paid off its national debt to the international banks.
Correct.
Iraq wanted to do this. Libya wanted to do this. Iran doesn't mess with the international banking cartel. Lots of countries want to do this. What happens to all those countries? What happens?
Well, the leader is killed.
Interesting. Yeah. And what happened to your leader again? I forgot. I'm not very good at history, but
Yeah.
no, a few things happened over in Romania.
Yeah,
but
that is true.
yeah, diet in a hot climate is actually amazing. I feel much better if I'm sitting out in the sun
Yeah.
and I have a little bit of fruit. I feel full. In the winter,
Yeah.
bro, Pizza Hut, Big Tasties, KFC.
I remember,
Yeah.
but we didn't do it like every day. Like once a week, maybe sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah, sometimes.
But what's your plan? I mean, what you want to achieve? What's your goal in fitness?
In fitness,
Yeah.
My goal is very simple. I'm not a kickboxer anymore. I used to train to win fights, and I used to win a lot of my fights, and I used to care about kicking everyone's ass and beating my opponent. I had no goals in terms of aesthetics. I didn't care how I looked. I didn't care how my muscles were. I cared about how fast I was, how well I could punch, how well I could move. It's very different nowadays. I feel that I'm in a position where a lot of people look at me, and I saw a transformation. They tagged you the other day. And the man must have been maybe 44, 45 years old. He was big and fat. And he tagged you in the transformation on X. And he got ripped, six-pack. He's taking Pureblood. He's following the advice inside the real world and the training programs that you're laying out to everybody. And he got into amazing shape. And when I see things like that, I just think that's fucking amazing. Because I look around at most men who are almost 37 years old. I'm approaching 40. You're just 1 year younger than me. And most guys our age look like shit. Yep. They look like total shit. And I think that the advantage you and I have, you with your football and your training and your fitness competitions, and me with my kickboxing, is we spent our younger years training hard, making sure we were in the best shape ever. So now it's much easier to kind of maintain. And with the audience I have and all the young people who watch me and the older people who are my age who are in terrible shape who watch me, I want to inspire people. That is all I want to do. I want to show that you can have a fun lifestyle. You can eat at fancy restaurants. You can drink a bit. You know, you can relax a bit. But also you can be in good shape if you put the work in. And I don't want to let myself get out of shape. And I don't ever want to look bad or look fat or get unhealthy because there's too many eyes on me. Even you've got a big YouTube subscription now. You've got hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram. Can you imagine all the people, especially in Romania, because you've got a lot of followers from Romania who look up to you. If you got fat, if you got, it's an inspiration thing.
Correct.
We want the next generation to be strong and fit. Yeah, exactly.
But
so that's my goal.
You are doing a great job. I mean, I don't want to put you on a pedestal, but you are doing a great job. You are so disciplined, like. So you are texting me every morning. This is true.
Well, hey, I sleep less than you. I minus 1 minute
minus
sleep.
1 minute. Yeah.
Why minus
this
1
is your
minute?
skill.
Yeah,
for sure. But you are texting me. Let's go train.
Yeah, of course.
I should text you.
Yeah, technically you're my trainer. And you should text me because rich people hire trainers to like motivate them.
Exactly.
But I wake you up and I say, let's fucking go. Punch bag, skipping rope, ocean swimming, weights. Yeah. So I mean, we would train anyway, but I do make you sleep less. But yeah, so
but how you managed to? Because for example, last month I wasn't with you. You were in America.
Yes.
And you didn't have a gym. How you managed traveling and keeping your body fit? Because many people they ask me this question.
That's a very good question, and there's something that my old trainer Amir, my kickboxing coach Amir, said to me once. He said, "If you have enough motivation, you can get fit in an empty room by yourself." And I was like, you know what? That's completely true. I think a lot of people think the solution to the problem is gym memberships, perfect supplements, perfect form on their reps, when really what they need to do is hit the floor, push-ups, sit-ups, squats, calf raises, dips if they have a shelf, you know? You can get fit in an empty room by yourself. And when I travel, that's what I do. I actually train when I travel. I change it. I train before I go to sleep. So no matter what time I get home, just 200, 300 push-ups, 150, 200 squats, and sit-ups. So training when you're on the move and when you're in like a traveling situation like I've been in is difficult, but maintaining your fitness isn't. And this is what people need to get through their head. If you don't have the fitness equipment at home, you need to put in lots of hard work first to get into shape. And at that point, it kind of gets easier. It's like the wind is in the sails and you're just sailing along. You just need to do enough to keep your muscles pumped up. And I do it before sleep a lot of the time. But yeah, I'll never go away and come back in terrible shape because I care too much. And even if I don't have a gym, you have to have the self-discipline to do the exercise and make your muscles work.
That is correct.
Sometimes it's hard after a long day's work, or if you've been at a club or partying or out till 2 a.m. It's very difficult to think, let me get home and do some exercise unless you brought a guest with you. You know what I'm saying? Nice cardio,
I know exactly what you're saying.
Exactly.
Speaking about cardio, how you feel cardio? Because we did a lot of Stairmaster before.
Yes.
Now we are doing swimming, we are doing skip rope, we are doing, we are punching the bag basically almost every day. So how you feel about, I mean, the cardio part is not easy. Maybe lifting weights, it's much easier.
Yeah. I would say cardio, and the advice I'd give to anybody is find a sport that it gives you cardio that you like doing. You see me on the Stairmaster, I'm depressed. You see me walking on the incline treadmill, I'm depressed. Yeah. When I'm punching a bag, do I look depressed?
No.
No, because I enjoy it.
Yeah.
So there's lots of cardio that you can integrate into your life that you can very easily enjoy. If you and your friend like playing tennis, for example, 4 times a week, go and have a tennis match. It's a competition. You're trying to win the sport. You're concentrating on the game. You're using your racket, moving back and forth. And by the end of an hour or an hour and a half of playing tennis, you're sweating. You've burned hundreds of calories, but you don't feel like I did cardio. If someone says, "What did you do today?" You don't say, "I did cardio." You said, "I went to the tennis club and I played tennis with my friend."
Correct.
Some people like swimming. Some people like tennis. Some people like, sleeping with a bunch of beautiful women. Not me, of course.
Of course not you.
Of course not. I have to kidnap them.
Yeah.
But
Correct.
no matter what it is that you find that you can enjoy. I don't think everybody should be a kickboxer. I don't think everybody should like boxing, but I personally do. And when I'm standing in front of that bag, hitting that bag, imagining it's a few certain people in this world, it's really good for me, and I don't feel like I did cardio. I think I did bag work. I'm punching. It's exciting. It's interesting for me. Football is one as well. I wouldn't say, those massive teams. Maybe if you play 5-a-side football with your friends on a big pitch, you do lots of running.
Yep.
And then people say, well, what did you do this morning? You don't say, I did cardio. You say, I played a football match. And there are lots of parks everywhere in the world that are safe to go to. There's always a room to fit cardio into your life. But it has to be something you like. Otherwise, it's the most depressing shit in the world.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's depressing. But still, you did it, no matter what.
I
mean, you did 1 year of Stairmaster at least.
But I was under house arrest. So, under house arrest, there's no beautiful ocean to swim in with the backdrop of Atlantis at the palm, It's, I didn't really have much of a choice.
That is true.
But it's self-discipline at the end of the day. But if you want to hack with self-discipline, it's to do something that you like.
That you like, correct,
Yeah.
correct. Yeah. Speaking about things that I like, which is, of course, my health and fitness campus inside the real world.
I knew this would come up.
I want to give you some ideas on how we can improve the campus.
All right, so disclosure for everybody at home. Alex is a smart guy, good fitness trainer, good businessman. He is going to pitch me some ideas for the improvements of the fitness campus that are coming with the Real World 2.0. So I can't tell you too much about 2.0, but the Real World 2.0 will be launched within probably 10 days now. We're all hands on deck. Everybody's working on it. The Real World 2.0 is going to be killer. And Alex came to me a couple days ago with this list of things saying, hey, here are the upgrades I think we should do on the fitness campus. I said, you know what? Pitch them to me live on your live stream, because that way if they're shit, I can embarrass you and laugh at your dumb ideas. So, full disclosure, the Real World 2.0 is going to have a micro pay option. So I can't tell you too much about how I'm involved in that, but there's going to be lots and lots of things that you can purchase inside the real world with the click of your finger for upgrades, things that are very exclusive. Maybe, I don't know, phone calls with Andrew, phone calls with myself, advice, videos, things that you could purchase, and our merchandise store should be there as well. So you could purchase merchandise, you could purchase Fireblood straight on the app with a double click of your finger. Much easier than running subscriptions. So I've asked Alex to come up with some ideas, Aikido, for the micro pay of what we can do in the fitness campus to super improve it. And now we're going to hear them. And if they're terrible, Alex is going to be embarrassed on his own podcast, because I will tell him.
Nice.
Nice.
Good. First one, because we spoke about our training.
Yes.
Everybody is interested in your training.
Okay.
Which normally I create.
Yes.
But normally you give me the message in the morning.
Nice.
So, what if we stream live every 2 weeks one of our trainings? So every 2 weeks, one training, we stream it exclusively, of course, in the real world, in the health and fitness campus.
So everyone can join in with us.
Yeah.
At the same normal pace, no videos, no quick cuts. That's actually not a bad idea. So let's say we say in the real world, we're working out arms tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sign up and you could join our live training session.
And I will write the description of the training. I mean, this is the equipment you need.
Yep.
This is the reps. This is what we will do.
All right, that's actually not a terrible idea. Let's try and keep it simple because not everyone has the equipment we have.
Yeah.
Dumbbells,
Dumbbells.
mats.
Yeah.
Let's keep it nice and simple equipment-wise so everyone can be prepared. But yeah, that would actually be quite good. And I think the real-world students would enjoy that. A live video stream, it's obviously extra work. We got to set up all the cameras, etc., talk to the stream. And yeah, I work out, you work out. Maybe we bring Smalix along, make him do some work as well.
Yeah.
By the way, Alex Donea, the tall guy with the big nose, is called Smalix because he's the young guy. He doesn't get to keep his own name because we're sick of shouting Alex around the house. We call him Smalix. I don't know why. Andrew just made it up. But that's actually not a bad idea. Live training sessions with you and me and Andrew sometimes inside the real world, exclusive for people who want to join in and watch. That's okay. All right. I'll give that idea an 8.5 out of 10. I'm going to score your ideas.
Not bad.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
But, yeah, 8.5 out of 10. I'm going to integrate that. I'm going to write that down right now. Live training sessions.
Cool.
That is going in the Real World 2.0. Okay, that is going to be an option in the Real World 2.0. Live training sessions with Alex and Tristan. Done.
Done.
Next.
I am doing programs. So I am doing like fitness programs, how to lift weights, explaining the technique, explaining the reps, everything. The program is there.
Yes.
But it's not personalized.
It's not personalized. Yeah. True. And they are good programs, and lots of people have shown amazing
Yeah.
results with them. Those are readily available inside the real world.
Correct. I was thinking, what if we do a program, even if it's nutrition or fitness, and we personalize the program for specific things and even for specific people?
So what would you need from them? Like body pictures and goals?
Yeah. Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Body pictures, goals, injuries if they have.
And then you can write a specific program to make them reach their goals. That is actually very good because we have women inside the real world. We have women, you know, small women, tall women, younger guys, older guys with injuries, guys with bad knees, bad hips, like Nigel.
Correct.
So so upload your injuries, upload a front and back picture.
Yep.
Explain the goals that you want to achieve, and you write a personalized fitness program that people can get inside of the real. Okay. 9 out of 10.
Easy.
9 out of 10, good idea.
Easy.
Personalized fitness programs for individual students.
Nutrition and fitness, I would
And
suggest.
nutrition.
Yeah.
That is a very good idea. Okay, that's your best idea so far.
Nice.
So
I
far.
have another one,
Tell me.
but just crossed my mind now. What if we invite over students? If we are, for example, we are in Dubai now.
Okay.
So once a month, we are doing a specific training,
Okay.
and we invite over students if they are here in Dubai, for example. And of course, they need to pass some tests before they are invited. But every month, let's say 1 or maybe 2 students can join in our training session.
See, I knew you'd fuck up. I knew it. Because although that sounds like a good idea for you, Alex, and I know I understand how much you care about the students and you want them around, and that's a very reasonable idea. But do you have any clue how many people in the world want me assassinated? You're trying to invite the assassins into my domain. So someone's going to show up, be in the real world 6 months, plan his assassination.
Nice.
Hear me out. Work really hard, impress you, book the training session through the micropay, show up, murder me, and then I'm dead. And then the real world loses one of its founders.
Yep.
So I feel like, although that's not a bad idea, you are trying to assassinate me. So how do we get around the assassinations?
It's a great question.
See, you don't think outside the box.
Yeah, that is true. Everything is possible.
Everything
That
is
is
possible.
true.
Exactly.
That is true.
And I like real world students, and we are going to be doing meetings with them and seminars with them. But it's all metal detectors, all this stuff. Am I going to set up metal detectors at a gym? Maybe if we do them in the house.
Okay.
2.5 out of 10 as an
Nice.
idea. And that one is not being implemented just yet. We'll see how the campus runs.
Okay.
We'll see how the campus runs.
Okay.
And if it runs well and I think it's a good idea and I run it by Andrew, then maybe. So maybe, if you're inside the real world, your power level's high enough, you've proven yourself, and probably passed a bunch of criminal record background checks. Make sure you're not affiliated with any world governments that want me assassinated. Maybe, but that is, so far, your absolute worst idea.
I understand.
Because that's how the murderers will get me.
Yeah.
Yes.
I understand. Nobody's invited.
No. Well, ideally, I'd like to. I'd like to. And there's so many good guys in the real world who I'd like to, hang out with and train with. But security is an issue. So we need to cover the security issues.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll cover the security issues. We'll have a long, hard think with my security professionals, because you are not my security professional.
That is correct.
That is correct. And maybe I should have my security guards throw you out for suggesting my assassination.
That is correct.
That is not a bad idea. Alex is trying to kill me. But all of you guys, that may well be a thing. And if you're watching and if you're interested, I might implement that at some point. But first, I need to make sure no one's going to kill me. Next,
I need to have a good idea, because I have 2.5, last one.
Okay.
So maybe if I do a personal, let's say, fitness nutrition program.
yes.
Students, they will want to compare not only how they look, not only how they feel, but also their blood test. So what if we implement this, like, I will read your blood test now, and I can even make some suggestions. For example, I can tell you, hey, listen, you are lacking magnesium, you should take some magnesium. Of course, at the end I will tell you, speak with your doctor, do your things, but I will suggest things, and upon them you can basically decide.
The Pureblood program. So you take people's blood tests, and because this is something you do for me, by the way.
Yeah.
If people who don't know this, I like to get blood work done, mainly because I like to brag about how high my testosterone level is, because I have a very high testosterone level for my age.
Yep.
But you analyze all of it. I get the results. It's all gibberish. I don't know what any of it means. And I give it to you, and you say, Tristan, you need more glycine or collagen. You give me things, and then my blood work improves. That is something I think people may be interested in. One in the chat if that's of interest to you, because blood tests are blood tests, but if they're not analyzed by someone qualified, they don't mean anything. No ones in the chat? Rate his idea in the chat out of 10.
We have one.
Rate his idea in the chat out of 10. What
out
do you
of 10?
think?
No, because you said 1 or 2. They all put 1.
Well, now they're putting 1. So everyone's saying 1 out of 10. Nice. Bad idea. No, you know what? That's people are saying 8. That is actually quite a good idea.
Yeah.
8.5 out of 10, 7, 8, 9, 100. Okay. All right, not bad. 5. Ha ha ha. Someone hates you.
Nice.
Someone hates you. People are still typing 1s. But I don't know if that's 1 or if it's 1 for good idea or if it's 1 for the program. So, the Real World 2.0, I can't give features away of exactly what's going to be included in terms of business mastery, etc. I should probably sit down and do a stream with Arno and people like this, the other professors at some point.
Yep.
So fitness-wise, personalized training plans was your first idea, correct? No. Live training sessions.
First idea was live training sessions.
Great. So live training sessions to join me and you live in the gym. We'll set up the cameras and we'll go through our full workout, and the people at home with the app can stream, watch us live, join in with the workout. That's very good. We'll do some with no equipment, zero equipment.
Yeah, of course.
Some with dumbbells and
Body
mats.
weights,
We'll keep it nice and simple.
Of course.
Idea 2, which I really liked, was personalized fitness programs, because it's not one size fits all, and everybody has a different body, and everyone has different goals, and everyone wants to achieve different things. So upload the pictures, upload your goals, upload your injuries, upload any other concerns, and you write a personalized fitness program to help these people achieve their goals. That's a very good idea. 3 was get me assassinated by inviting people into my personal space, which is not the worst idea.
Didn't work.
As long as I can survive the assassination attempts. And 4, blood test analysis. You are the pure blood master. So blood test analysis is absolutely amazing. And also then you could find the guys who are on steroids and tell them to stop taking bullshit.
There are some students inside.
I know.
I saw,
Well, steroids are a very popular thing. And I kind of understand them. But Let's talk about steroids, actually.
Okay.
I think they should be avoided. Because people are built for different things, you know?
Yeah.
Some people make great swimmers. Some people make great long distance runners.
Correct.
I'm the kind of guy who's built to lift flaming cars off of people.
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a giant, and if I took steroids, I'd be monstrous. I have to.
You need to understand something, that steroids are not only for building muscle mass.
No?
You can use steroids for burning fat. You
true.
can use steroids for increasing your performance. So there are different types of steroids that we can use.
So let's say someone wants to burn fat. Cause I know that the muscle building steroids, the ones everyone talks about, they fuck up your dick and stop your dick working so well. They stop your body's natural ability to make testosterone because they rely too much on the injections. These fat burning steroids, what are the negative side effects?
Well, they all have negative side effects related to, let's say, for example, because you are losing fat, you are losing water, so you will have an imbalance in your electrolytes inside your body. You might have cramps, you might have digestive issues, you can get many problems, many imbalances. Of course, if you are getting a doctor and you are dosing all of these things, it's a different thing.
Than buying them in a Romanian gym and shooting them into your leg in the
We all know that common friend.
We have a few common friends, but I know who you're talking about, and
he did this. We have a friend, a common friend. Basically, he's the guy who was between us and
who introduced us.
Yeah, who introduced us.
So I'm grateful to him. But yeah, so he obviously is not a rich guy. So he was not going to a private doctor like Arnold and getting all the tests done and getting the doses right. He was just buying crap from the gym and shooting it into his leg.
Basically, yeah.
And it didn't work out well.
Not really. Because now I have seen some symptoms.
He's getting older now. He's your age, isn't he?
No, he's 2 years younger.
2 years younger, but still. But in his 20s, he looked great. I mean, I've seen his pictures. He looked amazing because that's what steroids do.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to take them for at home.
You know what is funny?
Tell me.
In his 20s, he didn't took steroids.
Really?
It was all about training and supplements.
But he got lazy.
Probably.
Maybe.
But I told him, don't take them.
Yeah.
Keep your pace like what you do now, and you will achieve what you had in your 20s. Because now, let's face it, if we train like this every day for, let's say, few months from now, we will look better than how we looked in our 20s.
True. But I will say, with my old age, I'll never fight like I did in my 20s, which brings me to my next question. These performance-enhancing steroids that make you super fit and not get tired and stuff. I understand a lot of fighters take these. I have heard of these. They're very, very popular. Why shouldn't people take these? I guess people in sports want to take them, but why shouldn't they? What are the negative side effects?
Basically, when you start taking steroids, your internal production of testosterone stops.
Okay.
So when you don't take them anymore, you need specific pills in order to restart the internal production. And many people, sometimes they don't get it. I mean, the pills don't help anymore. So they are on a very low testosterone levels. And we all know that this comes with low energy levels.
Yep.
This comes with brain fog.
Yep.
This comes with even cancer.
Yeah.
And this is the problem with steroids.
That's terrifying. And why? So I take Fireblood every day. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't know what's in it. Why is Fireblood a good supplement? For me, for young guys, because we all take it.
Yeah.
Why is Fireblood such a good supplement? Because I feel better when I take this, and I train harder, and I look better. What is it about this that has some positive effects? Of course, you'll look better if you take a bunch of steroids.
Yep.
But what about this is enough that all these guys online who are posting their testimonials, their fitness testimonials, say, look, Fireblood's great. We've never had a negative reaction besides the taste, but if you're a crybaby, you're a crybaby. What makes this the type of thing you need to be taking?
Basically, Fireblood has the best quality ingredients, micronutrients, the best forms, first of all. Second of all, why we created Fireblood? Because I at least, I was lazy all the time to take all the pills to complete a small glass of pills and to give you to take. And I thought, what if we create a supplement that has everything that I normally give you and I take also? So it's easy. Look, we are now in Dubai.
It tastes like
if I
shit
have
still.
to take if I have to take all the pills with me, I need another bag.
Yeah, plus they think you're a drug dealer. Nice. That's very true. So when we first started working out together, when I was rehabilitating my shoulder, I used to get shot glasses, 2 or 3 shot glasses filled with pills. Some amino acids, some vitamin B complexes, some this, and he put these shot glasses that I take every single day. And now we stick to just Fireblood. Fireblood is enough, and I feel more powerful, and I build more muscle, and I look more shredded when I take it. So, yeah, Fireblood is absolutely.
It has also 3 non-essential amino acids because normally we can call Fireblood all in one.
Yeah.
But it has also 3 non-essential amino acids, which are glycine, taurine, and proline. They work in synergy, and basically they help you to increase your performance. First of all, second of all, will protect your joints. Third, will help your gut to get healthy. And of course, speaking about gut health, after we finish the podcast, I will go live inside the real world speaking about this topic.
Nice.
Healthy gut, healthy gains. I mean,
because Andrew's cousin was having problems recently. He was drinking a bunch of smoothies every day, I don't know what he was doing, but he was having stomach problems, and stomach problems, they fuck you up bad.
Yeah, stomach problems. Yeah. But many people, they have leaky gut. You know what is leaky gut?
No, I have no idea. Tell me.
So leaky gut syndrome, it's a problem, especially these days, because you will have micro holes in your gut, and toxins and substances from the food that you eat will pass, and it will go into your system somewhere. So many people, they will get autoimmune diseases just because they have leaky gut. But if they seal the gut lining, if you have a skin problem, if you have a thyroid problem or something else, you can basically put this problem in remission. And in the end, you can heal it, of course.
Nice.
So that's why it's very important. And another thing is that you will assimilate basically the nutrients from the foods with the help of your microbiome. So the good quality bacteria that you have in your gut. But if you don't have a healthy gut, you cannot assimilate. That's why you cannot build muscle mass, because you need nutrition. It doesn't matter, because many people think that you are what you eat, but this is not true. You are what you absorb. So it's important what you absorb. But in order to absorb, you need a healthy gut. So about this, I will speak at 8 p.m. inside the real world in the Health and Fitness Campus.
So it's like benzene, gasoline, petrol can make a vehicle go fast, but in a Ferrari, it does more than in a Lada. So if your body and your gut and everything is completely healthy, what you eat is better used. Is that correct?
Is very correct.
Go. Got it. But the Lada is still the best car.
Nice.
Still the best car.
Yeah, so basically Fireblood has everything that you need, plus 3 non-essential amino acids, which are there for increasing your performance, but also they have anti-aging properties, like taurine and glycine, so important for everybody if they want to age slower. And you said something very interesting, that guys like same age with us, they look older.
They look terrible, most people.
Because they have gut problems, because they don't train, and because they are lacking vitamins, minerals, and amino acids.
Fair. I get my vitamins, minerals, and amino acids from booze before I met you. That was the way.
Well, that is correct. That is correct. How you managed to? Because let's be honest, I trained you. It's true. I transformed you. But before your surgery, you were looking amazing. I mean, it's not like you.
Before my injury got bad, yeah.
Yeah. So how you managed to drink and train at the same time?
And
keeping your shape like.
It's a discipline issue. It's a discipline issue. If you have to wake up at 9 o'clock and train in the morning, and you know you have to go to the kickboxing gym and do your training, if you stay awake drinking till 2 a.m., you have to still wake up at 9 o'clock and do your kickboxing training. If you go to sleep at 9 p.m. and get 12 hours sleep, you still have to wake up and do your kickboxing training. It was just a necessity of, I know I have to train, and that's not optional.
Yeah.
A lot of people trade an unhealthy lifestyle on one end and they cut out everything healthy because they think, well, this is my lifestyle. I like to drink. Some people use drugs. We don't. I like to eat bad food, pizza. I like burgers myself. I'm a big hamburger fan.
Big Tasty?
Yeah, Big Tasties.
Let's go.
Cheeseburgers. But I can't compromise on what I have to do. And I think that's something that Andrew talks a lot about. You have to do what you have to do regardless of how you feel.
Yeah.
So with me, it was very difficult because it was, I feel hungover, so I'm going to do this anyway. But if you want to drink and train, if I'm trying to get into shape like now, I'm in Dubai, I go out, shots of tequila, water, tequila, bite a few lemons. You feel much better than if you're drinking beer or whiskey or you know, darker spirits.
You know, according to studies, tequila might be the healthiest drink ever.
Well, it's certainly, I've had plenty of fun and wonderful nights with tequila. And yeah, you do feel less hungover. It is a pretty good drink.
It can help, because we were speaking about gut health.
Yeah.
It can help your microbiome, tequila.
So I need more tequila.
No, you already have a healthy microbiome. But speaking about tequila, what if, I have another idea. So what if...
Another idea.
Yeah,
Tell
another
me.
idea.
All right, let's go.
Okay. What if you create your own brand of tequila? We have Pureblood, but what if you create your own brand?
I'm thinking about it. I'll think about it. And I have a few conversations that I need to have. But yeah, I'd like... You know, people see me always with whiskey and beer, and I don't like to set a bad example. If I create a good tequila that I think people will really enjoy and stick to drinking that, I think I could set a very good example.
And also has healing properties somehow.
Healing properties? Magic tequila. Talisman tequila.
That's right. That's the name.
All right, maybe. We'll see how it goes. That is actually quite a decent idea. We have to go because I have a very busy day.
I know.
If you're watching on whatever channel you're watching on, YouTube, Rumble, etc., what I suggest you do is download the apps, subscribe to this channel, make sure you don't miss these streams. I'm going to be doing many, many, many more of these. And there's a link to join the real world inside the description of both of these channels. Sign up. The Real World 2.0 is coming. You've heard a few of Alex's ideas. A lot of them are going to be implemented inside the fitness campus. And we'll see you guys inside.
Build the strength to stand out, the body that turns heads, the mindset to thrive financially, and the charm to attract your ideal partner. It all starts with mastering your health and fitness. This is the foundation for the life that others dream of. Our Health and Fitness Campus will guide you on the journey of building this solid foundation. Dive into a blend of traditional Chinese medicine and modern fitness wisdom. From customized nutrition plans to holistic fitness strategies, we cover it all. This is your opportunity to redefine your life. Transform today, triumph tomorrow. Your journey begins now.